The key thing, and the thing that most triathletes fixate on, is drafting. And you're not allowed to slipstream the athlete in front of you. So we require the athletes keep 4 bike links or 7 meters between themselves. You know, the distance is tough. It's like balls and strikes. It's always been a judgment call. But you know, one of the things that helps us is that the broken solid lines in the center of the road are 30 feet, and so we've been using that as a reference. With the pros, at this event we keep them there's reflectors on the solid line that separates the shoulder from the traffic lane, and those reflectors are 40 feet apart. That distance is super easy to judge, both as a referee and an athlete, and in large part because the shadows of the athletes come across the road. So they're heading on the white line, their shadows come across this way, so they can see the shadow of the athlete in front of them, they can see their shadow, and it makes it very easy to keep that static spacing. When they want to pass, they've got to move outside the slipstream of the athlete in front of them to make their pass. I'm just adamant that the draft marshals that we have out there call what they see. The athletes know what we're looking for, we know what they see, and it makes it easier to spot people that are taking advantage of that, you know, that are in a drafting position.
You know, it's a challenge. You know, it's hard for marshals to marshal it because they're on a bike watching it and it's always moving, you know, and it's hard to get, okay, what is that distance? And so I know it's a tough job for them, and it's a challenging piece, but my call is really on the athletes to say, hey, if you're an athlete, you should have respect for the sport and respect for what you're doing and respect for those that are out there working hard, and abide by the rules. And the rules are 10 meters, and the way I look at it is err on the 12 or 15 meters. See, I think the only way to really make this enforceable and work well is to create some electronic system that's on our bikes, and that when you're within that zone, the light goes on. And if the light's on, you're done.
Cycling is definitely a strength of mine, so I'm not for drafting at all. And I'm looking to make it as fair a race as possible. So I'd love to see a separate women's start. I think that would, you know, have a big impact on the drafting, and it'd be nice to see more refs, and you know, definitely I'm a proponent of the separate women's start.
I think Richie Tello, Jimmy, is doing a really good job. He's the red referee, but there are several other people out there, and those people have been the problems in many years. So shout out to him. He needs to address those people a little bit better. Like, they also need to understand the rules of the game a little bit. I mean, it's impossible what happened to Rhino Tissink out in Las Vegas. He's in the front for an hour 15. He goes back, he gets past, and he gets a drafting in less than 10 seconds. So people need to understand what's actually happening on there.
I had a stand-down penalty in Texas, and you know, I broke the rules, and you know, I took it on the chin, and as a professional athlete, it's up to you to abide by the rules, and it's explicitly stated in all the literature, and it's about being, you know, playing fair for everyone. Everyone's in the same position, and no one wants to take advantage, and as long as we all stick to the rules, then it's a happy and healthy race.